Thank you. So I want to go back to the capital budget and the congestion pricing plan as presented by the governor and the $15 billion. Again, I think it is misguided. And the reason why I think it is misguided, it needs to be much broader and comprehensive. I think the MTA, what it should do is basically take what hasn't happened in the 2015-2019 capital plan, request the $8 billion owed to the MTA by the city, create a 10 to 15 year capital plan, come up with a final number so that we can finally get the cost of what we need to modernize the subway system. The crazy thing that we've heard here today is that so many folks who represent the city and the close suburbs, they don't think they're getting very much value from the MTA. But if you look at it, it is the complete lifeblood of our city, and it's the lifeblood of the region. And it also, if we do it properly, it will cut carbon emission, it will make our streets safer, and it will help people who are on the bottom of the economic ladder. But that's not what you're hearing today, and you're not hearing that because a real plan hasn't been presented, a plan that delineates exactly what's going to be done, how much it's going to be cost. And I think if you did that, you'd get a lot more positive responses. Right now, people just don't believe you. And I think that's a huge, huge problem for the future viability of the MTA. And I would love for there to be more candor and transparency from the MTA to the legislature, because at the end of the day, it is us who are going to have to go vote on this and sell it to our constituents. Now, I support it, and that may seem naive to some of my colleagues, but because I think it is absolutely essential for the viability of our city, not just economically, but environmentally and just quality of life-wise. And so, because I think this is so important, I think there needs to be a broad-based plan that shows us exactly what the cost is going to be, how we're going to implement it, and why we need to do this now. And so I know that's more of a statement than a question,
Yes.
But I would really, really urge you to be able to present to us in the near future those things, and to present to us Mr. Byford and make sure that he can lay out how he's going to do that. Because making sure that trains are able to run more frequently is a huge service improvement. In London, they've got lines that 30 trains an hour run over. If you're able to do that over lines in the outer boroughs, that is going to vastly improve the quality of life. And one of the other things that is so important is that when we've got lines in outer boroughs, I represent Brooklyn, when your subway goes down, you can't walk 2 or 3 blocks to the next line like in Manhattan. So this plan should be presented as a plan to help outer borough folks more than Manhattanites. And unfortunately, it has not been done that way. And unfortunately, people in the outer boroughs do not believe that way. What they believe is there's a wall being erected around Manhattan, and those are the people who are going to see all the benefits. And again, it's going to be on the backs of outer borough folks.